Hey guys, Ryan from MACkite here. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through the different foil drive Gen 2 Assist Max batteries. They've got three options here. Each one is unique and different. Why may you choose one over the other? Hopefully I can help answer that question for you. Getting into it, you've got the Max Power battery. This is your largest battery, longest runtime. You've got your travel battery, very similar in size. Go into more detail later. And then you've got your sport battery, smaller, higher performance battery, less weight. Looking at this, you've got your Max Power battery. Max Power battery comes in at about 5.8 pounds, right around there. Your travel battery also comes in right around 5.8 pounds. So weight is the same, size is essentially the same, they run with the same nose cone. So the only difference really between travel battery and the power battery is the amount of power in the unit and your ability to travel with it, obviously. The travel battery breaks down into three segments, so you can travel on airlines with it. Super awesome to be able to take your foil drive with you on vacation. Whereas these two batteries, too large for airline travel. That makes it pretty easy, I hope, for the travel battery. Why pick up the travel battery? Obviously, if you're flying with it, that would be the primary reason to pick up a travel battery. Some people will pick it up as their second battery, so they have the option to fly with it and be able to rotate through two batteries as well. I would say most people are going to be looking at the Max Power versus Max Sport if they're not doing traveling. If you're just riding at your local spot, your local break, you're gonna wonder which Max battery is gonna be right for you. Now, obviously, a little bit heavier. We got about 5.8 pounds. I think this is right around 4 pounds. So almost 2 pounds heavier with the power battery. So there's definitely a consideration there. Obviously, the size is different as well. Much longer battery with that power battery. A little longer nose cone is going to be used with the power battery as well. So how much of a difference do you get between these two batteries? You're looking at about 33% more power, or more ride time, I should say, with the Max Power battery over the Max Sport battery. So for instance, and these aren't exact numbers, there's so many variables with this that it's hard to give a runtime, but if you were going out for roughly a 45-minute session on the Max Power battery, you're looking at about a 30-minute session on the Max Sport battery. So runtime varies a lot. Obviously, there's a lot of variables between skill level, conditions, gear, rider experience, weight, all that sort of thing. So I can't give exact numbers, but for me, in what I'm riding, that's about what I'm getting out of this larger Max Power battery, is typically somewhere in the ballpark of 45 minutes. Not completely drained, but drained fairly low. When I pop on the Max Sport battery, it's closer to 30 minutes. So for a lot of people, if you're looking to go out there and you're looking to ride for an hour plus, the two Max Power batteries is definitely the way to go. All right, so talking a little bit about my personal experience with these two batteries. I gave you kind of a general, I'm looking at around 45 versus 30 minutes with the prone foiling that I'm doing here on Lake Michigan. Why? And I'm using both these batteries. I'll go out on the power battery if the conditions allow, or like the sport battery. Why would I pick the sport battery over the power? Obviously, there's a performance upgrade by saving a little bit of weight. You're dropping over 1.5 pounds. That is enough to make a difference, especially when you're pumping around. You do feel that weight savings. So if I can ride the sport battery and feel like I'm getting a good enough session out there, I like to. Around here, a lot of our swell, you either have to start at the beach and ride out there a ways to get into the swell and ride downwind on the swell, or a lot of times I'll walk out the end of the pier, but a lot of times I'm then chasing downwind to get to the waves that I want to ride to. So usually I'm rocking the power battery out here because there's a bit of a distance I have to go to where I'm riding. And then I'm gonna ride downwind quite a ways. And then to get back, I like to try and stay up on the foil with the motor and motor it back. In our really choppy conditions, that can be difficult with not having much room to play there. However, the Max Power Battery gives me the runtime that I need to go out there, catch a good amount of waves, have a lot of fun, and not feel like I'm just getting started and having to come into the beach. Now the Sport Battery, awesome. If we've got waves that are closer to our pier, or they're more like jetties. If the waves are closer to the jetty, closer to the beach where I don't have to go quite as far, or I'm not riding them quite as far downwind, I'm gonna pop in the Sport Battery every time. If you're doing a lot of laps, for a lot of people, riding out in the ocean swell, if you're sitting, waiting for some sets to come through in your decent foiler, hopping up on the Sport Battery, riding that swell in towards the beach, maybe pumping out a waves, riding straight back out to where the wave's gonna break, or where you're gonna hop on that swell again. It's really easy to get lots of rides with the smaller battery in that situation. However, if you are doing a lot of motoring, a lot of downwind mixed with upwind, really you can't beat the power battery. So sum it up, you get the travel battery. This one is going to obviously be for travel. That's what people are looking to pick up the travel battery for. If you don't need to travel, it's about the same weight as the power battery. You might as well go for a little extra runtime with the power battery. If you have conditions where you're not doing a lot of motoring up on foil to get back upwind or get out to where the waves are breaking, the Sport Battery is a really good option. I would say most people, especially starting out, are going with that power battery. So if you got any questions about which might be right for you, obviously there are a lot of situations and conditions that I didn't cover in this video. It could depend on your skill level, your conditions, the specific gear you're riding. If you want to help us fine tune which battery might be best for you, give us a call in at the shop, send us an email, drop a comment below. We're happy to help you guys out.